this time, Noel Coward's mixture of clever situations, sprightly dialogue, and occasional stiff upper lip heartache was almost the measure of sophisticated Anglophone drama. With that reputation, it was almost guaranteed that when his work was adapted to film, the results would have all the polish mere movies could provide in misplaced deference to supposedly superior material. The 1945 production of Blithe Spirit, a frivolous conceit about how writer Charles Condamine, Brecht's Harrison, accidentally conjures up the ghost of his first wife, Elvira, Kay Hammond, is certainly a quality production. Coward's snippy exchanges clatter along amidst lushly upholstered settings in glorious technicolor. Directed by that rising star of 40s British cinema, David Lean, the cast includes major talents like Harrison, Margaret Rutherford as the dotty medium Madame Arcady, and Constance Cummings as Condamine's current wife, Ruth. The self-satisfaction of everyone for having done right by the play is tangible. Yet to contemporary eyes, the film feels precious, arch, and smug. That Condamine is a writer doesn't help, since his every line is as perfectly honed as if written by, well, Noel Coward. The obeisance to theater does yield occasionally to cinematic invention nonetheless. In one of the wittier sequences, for example, a traffic cop does a double take when Charles and Elvira drive through his intersection because with Elvira behind the wheel, the car seems to be driving itself. That scene may have been Lean's contribution since it takes place outdoors and therefore could not have been in the play. Regardless of who was responsible, such moments hint at the flair that will blossom in Lean's later work. He uses the moving camera, for example, to suggest a presence before Elvira has arrived, as if the space itself is about to come alive. And the visual style throughout demonstrates his taste for fastidiously perfect composition. Harrison's equally familiar superciliousness plays off Rutherford's wild scenery chewing. Outrageously mannered, Rutherford's flailing gesticulations may be meant to be endearing, but you long for Madame Arcady to relax a little. Her dropping in and out of the film like a bad penny makes us awfully aware that the action is in park. Dramatic convention may require that the character's acceptance of Elvira's presence be gradual, but things drag on well past the point of caring. We just want everyone to deal with the situation, if for no better reason than to stop the neurotic natter. The final explanation of how Elvira was accidentally summoned makes no sense, but by then we don't care because the very premise has begun to pall. Think about it. Would you really want anyone to return from the dead? And if they did, would we feel comfortable hanging around with them through eternity? Those questions start to bubble up from under Blithe Spirit's glossy surfaces until what was meant as an amusing ghost story becomes something genuinely, if accidentally, horrific.